music. If you give my music, then I'll be able to play it all.
Where is it?
Okay.
So from two totally different perspectives, we both see how what a person feels about who they are and the way that they look, it impacts so much of their life, like their life choices and their life experiences and all of that kind of stuff. So from two different perspectives, we both realize the detriment of low self-esteem and lack of confidence and low self-esteem. So Brown Baby Design is our effort to also boost confidence, boost self-esteem, and to celebrate all the amazing things about children of color. They're being so nice for you today, because when I tell you any other day I have to beat somebody over the head to pick up a violin. now violin's going on upstairs, violin's going down. I'm like, look at the kids. I think one of the things that really benefit us in making it work or helps to make it easier to work together is that our personalities are quite different. Michael is much more organized and structured, and he works very well from a system and a list, and I'm sort of all over the place. So he assists me in getting a little organization. Like I said, as it pertains to his business, he will leave a list. As it pertains to the Brown Baby business at home, he will expect a list, like what is it I need to do. And so that works, that helps me in being able to manage and handle how it is we do things together. So here I will basically do, for the most part, 90% of what he has left for me to do. In addition, sometimes with my personality, I'm doing stuff that I just feel like need to be done. And then with the Brown Baby business at home, he does what it is I've asked or sort of set aside. Like I will say, you know, can you reclaim 10 screens, or these are the orders we're working on today. Can you do A, B, C, and D? Because I know he works well with can you do A, B, C, and D.
Part of it is because I'm seeing people throughout the day. I usually spend the bulk of my day seeing patients either here in my private practice or I'm out in the community seeing people. And then once I get home, what usually happens is Tameka normally has a list of things that I need to get done for Brown Baby Design. Because part of the idea is I'm doing most of the manual stuff that needs to be done, like reclaiming screens, washing screens, prepping screens, and that way it makes it easier for her to print the designs. So I'm a pretty early morning person too. So one system that we have in place is I am up pretty much every morning around 5 a.m.
I'm not a morning person.
I usually exercise in the morning. So what happens is before I leave the house, I'll do all the prepping of the screens and everything I need to get done, so that when she gets up and whatever she has to print for that day, it's already done and it's already ready for her to print, so that she can get it printed,
burn the screen,
burn the screens, package it, and get it shipped off. And that way, if we get another order in for the next day, I just come home in the evening, get it done. So it's out of the way. And I guess the other thing that both Tameka and I do pretty well together that makes it work for us is we understand each other's strengths and limitations. That works. And I think any couple who's going to be successful in any business needs to understand what works well for both people. So things that I'm not very good at, she's very good at. Things that she may not be very good at, I'm pretty good at.
There's really no competition in what we do. It's so funny because a lot of times I notice people who are in business together, whether they're married or not, sometimes people who are in business together sort of bump heads because there's still this sense of competition between the two people who are supposedly in business together. But I think we're pretty old school in our approach. Like he is the leader, and I allow him in absolutely every aspect of this thing to take the lead. And I try to support him in being the leader, not just of our family, but of our businesses. Absolutely everything we do, we incorporate the children. It's very little we do without them. Every show we attend, every place we travel with the business, they all come with us. In addition, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, that's what I call my husband's parents, they also travel with us. So that whole thing is managed by family. And I think it's a beautiful thing. You can see when people come to our booth, they're very impressed by the fact that the entire family, even from the little bitty person, is actually running that whole thing. And I think it's a blessing. But we try to teach our children, you know, you don't work, you don't eat. And, you know, that's the bottom line. Like, you have a part to play, and you're an active participant in this thing, and we have expectations of absolutely all of you. I try to teach them that if I'm working for you harder than you're working for you, then I failed both of us. And so we think it's very important. As soon as, you know, I think my youngest one was sweeping at 4. As soon as you can hold a broom and a dustpan, you know, you need to do your part. And so we try to, I think we try to model that, but also we try to set that standard of expectation of all of them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
And we travel anywhere from 5 to 10 times a year, just depending on what we choose to do. And those are major undertakings. So we are filling orders online, but at the same time building this enormous inventory to travel with. And so we're hitching trailers, and we're taking the children, and Michael is very good at orchestrating the planning for how that will work. So he handles all of the lodging, he handles all of the packing and unpacking. Once all of the inventory is done on my part, he handles absolutely everything else as far as the logistics of our getting there and what the setup of our space will look like. He handles that. And he and our oldest son handles that. And then my daughter, myself, and our little one, once they have, you know, the infrastructure done, we sort of help with decorating.
Yeah, they do the decorating. But the children are also involved in this whole process as well. And part of the thing that I really like about our setup is that we have the benefit of talking to them about this process. So it's hands-on. They're not just learning from what we talk about, they're actually a part of it as well. Like the little one to the eldest, when he's home from school, has an opportunity to get in there, print a shirt, burn a screen, clean a screen, and also go to the festivals that we normally go to, and they get an opportunity to kind of see what it is we actually do. As a psychologist, that's important for me because I also want my children to understand both the privileges that they have and also the sacrifices that come along with those privileges. So it's been a blessing to have our family involved in both my psychology practice as well as our Brown Baby design.
You smiling, Hannah.
It was delayed like 30 seconds. Too funny.
Y'all ready to go? Let me see you dance. Hit a move. Hit a move. Hit a move. Right now, just hit a move. Hit a move. Hit a move. Let me see you. Okay, you gotta do it again. Do it again. One more time. Do it one more time. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey.